You're tuned in to BS with Joe, the podcast where common sense still makes sense. We break down the news, the culture, and the crazy, one blunt conversation at a time. Buckle up. This is going to be good.
All right, welcome to BS with Joe. Today I want to ask a big question. Maybe the question, have we passed the Rubicon in our country?
That's the point of no return, right? Once you cross it, there's no going back.
Yeah, exactly. And when I look around at what's happening, the influx of millions of illegal immigrants, jobs being outsourced or handed to H-1B visa holders, politicians who won't fix it, and have no wonder if we've already crossed the line.
You're not wrong. Our cities are changing fast. Representation in Congress is based on population, not just citizens. That means districts with huge numbers of illegals are getting more seats, more power. And then the average voter feels like their vote counts less.
And while that's happening, prosecutors are going soft on crime. They say it's about equality, but it looks a lot like chaos by design. Because if the people are scared, if they see violence and disorder, it's easier to push gun control.
Which ends up pushing law-abiding citizens. Take away weapons from people who follow the law while criminals don't care about the laws to begin with.
Meanwhile, Americans are getting squeezed. Big corporations are bringing in H-1B visa holders and moving jobs overseas. And let's be honest, Joe. It's not just bad policy, it's an oligarchy. These companies fund our politicians and the politicians return the favor.
Yeah. In the working class, they're paying the working guys left with nothing but slogans. That's why Trump and the MAGA movement gained so much traction, I think. Deporting illegal immigrants, review those visa programs, slap tariffs on imports, bring manufacturing home. At least it feels like somebody's trying to reverse the damage.
And you look at the numbers. The wealth gap has exploded. The top 1% have made off with gains while the middle class is gutted. And that's not capitalism, that's manipulation.
Right. I'm not against capitalism either. I'm against selling America's labor force out. The elites moved our factories overseas to make cheap products, and they pocketed the difference.
And let's not forget the money system. Back in the 30s, then again in the 70s, we cut the dollar loose from the gold. Foreign countries had no choice but to buy dollars to buy oil. That's propped us up for decades. But Washington keeps printing money and printing. Now the dollar is bloated and regular people are paying the price.
So here we are. Broken trust in government, corporations calling the shots, communities stretched thin, people scared and divided. You tell me, have we crossed the Rubicon?
I think we have in some ways. The republic we grew up feels like it's being ruled by an oligarchy. Bureaucracy we never voted for.
But here's the thing. Americans have been here before. Civil War, Depression, the unrest of the 60s. We came back from all of that. The question is, do we still have the will to fight for a country we're saving, or have we gone too far?
And that's the debate. That's why we're talking about this today. Because if the left and right now know the system is broken, maybe, just maybe, there's still a way to back before the river closes behind us. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment.